So you've got this ebook that you put out last year, Get Them to the Show, How to Beat the Facebook Algorithm and Successfully Promote Your Gigs Online.
Yeah.
So I think everybody would love this book, and I will put a link in the show notes so you can go get it. Talk about this a little bit, maybe share a tip or two. We'll wet some whistles here if you don't mind.
Okay, yeah. I got this idea because of posts in the group where people coming in and, especially before they were on post approval,
Right.
it was showing up on the news feed where, hey, I'm playing at Joe's Tavern this Friday. And those kind of posts every day, like a dozen or so or more of them every day. And that is not the right audience to promote your show. It is a worldwide group of musicians. Those are not the people that are going to come to your show.
Right.
So I felt like, okay, this is something that needs to really be addressed. And it still happens today, every single day, Dave. There's dozens of people that come in and try to promote their upcoming show.
Why? I mean, I know the answer. They don't know how to do it better. So
Right.
this is what
they
they
don't
do.
know how to do it better. And
Yet.
I come from a sales background, and I'm a internet computer geek too.
Yep.
So I learned how to do this early on, and evidenced by what I've done with Cover Band Central. I know how to grow a page.
Clearly.
So I wanted to put it into a book. So I spent a little bit of time just writing it, and I did not have AI write it. I wrote it.
That's fair. There you go. Yeah.
But I did have AI help me kind of get an outline of what I want to say. So I went into chat and I said, here's what I want to say. And I wrote, a long paragraph or a couple long paragraphs of what I want to convey to people. And then we broke it down together, me and AI, me and chat, we broke it down
That's what I'm saying.
together.
It's a great assistant. Yeah.
And then, so now I have an outline. So now I go in and I write it, and I wrote it, myself. I didn't.
Yeah.
I was done with chat at that point because I wanted to be my voice. So a couple of tips from that. One of the things I do in the beginning is debunk some myths, and one of them is that you can overpost. Like you might be bothering people by posting too much, and that is just a complete myth. And I'll tell you a story that happened very recently after I wrote the book. I use Buffer to schedule my posts on the page ahead of time, way ahead of time.
Yep.
And it's very, very reliable. But there was one thing that happened like a month or so ago where it took a post and it put it up 5 times in a row. Just like boom, 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 the same post. And I didn't see it until later in the day because I was playing.
Yep.
And so I come back and I look at it, and then I'm like, and I wish I screenshotted it. I didn't. But the same exact post 5 times in a row, and each one had engagement from different people.
Of course it did.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I say that only because I have learned this lesson too, right?
Yeah.
Like, yep, of course it did. Yeah.
Yeah. So, people that say like, I don't want to post too much. No, that's BS. You post as much as you can because you're never going to reach the same people. People are not always on their phone at the same time, in front of their computer at the same time. Online, some people check in once a week, and they might not.
Yes.
They might not see it at all. So post as much as you can. Don't be shy about that.
We had Jack McCarthy on the show just a couple of weeks ago. He runs a business called Indepreneur that helps musicians market their stuff. Right, either coaches them or they have an agency that'll do it too. It depends on what level of service you want. And he talked. He also gave some tips and tricks, and so I'll put a link in that episode for everybody to listen to if you didn't hear 501. But one of the things he said that really is a great way to encapsulate what you just said really is, it's not a movie, it's a parade, and not everybody sees everything that goes by.
Ooh, I like that analogy.
Right? So no, he's a smart dude too. Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. And another thing from the book, I would say, and this ties back into my philosophy with my posts on the page, you have to cater to people's emotions. You have to put up something that's going to get an emotional response.
Yes.
And that doesn't mean sad. That could mean sad. It could mean mad. It could mean happy. Something that makes somebody laugh is an emotional response.
Yes.
You need to do that. You need to key in on people's emotions and not manipulate but just
Right.
think about
Right.
genuine emotions that people would feel based on something that's genuine about you. So that's what you want to think about when you're coming up with your posts for your band. Come up with things that are funny, that are sentimental, stuff that makes people feel. That's what makes people engage, is when they feel something. That's when they'll comment. That's when they'll like it. That's when they'll share it, when they feel something. If they're laughing their ass off, they're going to share it. Oh, my friends will love this.
Yes.
That's how you grow your page.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because people put up, hey, we're playing this weekend. Okay.
Why do I want to come see you?
Right.
Yes.
Why should I come see you? Tell me something. Oh, well, Tommy just had his colonoscopy. Oh, now that's funny. And now it's something that you go and you see Tommy and say, hey.
How was your colonoscopy? Yeah, that's right. Did you have a nice nap? Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. Share something personal. Share something. There's always something you could celebrate, like you just put at the top of the show about failure. What is it? Failure Day or something?
Oh, yeah, that's right. It's International Day for Failure. That's right.
Every day, there's a thing called, I think it's called Check a Day, where every day you can see something that is celebrated.
Yes,
it's National Hamburger Day or whatever.
Oh, that's how I get all of these. I go to National. In fact, go to the Gig Gab show notes and click on whatever the National Day thing that I put there is, and it will bring you to the site that I use to find these. There's probably, I don't know, anywhere between 10 and 30 per day of these holidays that people have just registered. And you know what? Now that I'm saying it, I need to create an International Gig Gab Day.
Sure.
Because I can, and so can you. You could create one for your band, folks. So create a day for yourself.
Yeah,
create a holiday. Yes.
Nobody's telling you can't. And
no.
And it just takes things like that to help get interest in your band. So you're playing Friday and it's National French Fry Day. Just say, oh, we're going to have half off French fries during the first set at this restaurant that we're playing. Anything. There's so many possibilities. You just use your imagination a little bit of creativity, and there you go. That gets engagement. That gets your page growing. That gets more people to your shows ultimately, and more better gigs and more money.
All the things. One tip that I will restate here in this episode is come up with content that you can post in between your shows, like something that you want to post about when your shows are happening, but you also want people to want to follow your page to make your band relevant in their lives, even when they're not at one of your shows. So it could be clips from a recent show, right? Like little bits of that kind of content, but it also can just be stupid stuff about Tommy's colonoscopy. Like all of those things, like just choose which parts you want to live in public, but live your band's life in public and people will latch onto you. Think about the bands that you love and what do you want? You want to learn more about like the inside baseball of that band. Of course you do. Your fans want the same thing from you. And if you give it to them, they will become deeper and deeper fans and eventually they'll be super fans.